Hi, welcome to this Markets.com company profile of McKesson Corporation. I am your host, Luisana Suegart. Thank you for joining us. Let's get started with some background information. Founded in 1833 by Charles Alcott and John McKesson, the company's headquarters are located in San Francisco. Almost 33,000 employees work for McKesson, which has a market cap of $16 billion. McKesson operates mainly in the U.S. and is organized into two segments: distribution and technology solutions. The company is run by CEO John Hammergren and CFO Jeff Campbell. Moving on to the market, McKesson is traded on the New York and Frankfurt stock exchanges. The major index it trades on is the S&P 500. Let's take a close look at some financial figures for the company, starting with 2007, in which McKesson reported revenues over $101 billion with net earnings at $990 million. Taking a look at the balance sheet, total assets were over $24 billion and total liabilities were $18 billion, with shareholders' equities at $6 billion. On December 31st, 2007, McKesson stock closed at $65.51, but recently closed at $58.32. In 2007, over $70 million in dividends was paid out to the shareholders. McKesson offers products in pharmaceuticals, IT services, and medical supplies, with Cardinal Health and AmerisourceBergen as its largest competitors. McKesson's growth in the last few years has focused on acquisition of growth and inflation in the healthcare sector, and this strategy will still be going into the future, although there are a couple of new things that are going to be the focus of McKesson in the next couple of years. The first is that a lot of brands of pharmaceuticals will lose their patents, and usually generics bring higher margins to pharmaceutical wholesalers while lowering overall profits. A second focus is healthcare IT, which, while it is not a big part of their business, it is pivotal because it can bring much higher margins than wholesaling. Another reason why they will invest in healthcare IT is that as an industry, it is still in the growth stage with no dominant player. McKesson's future outlook is affected by various factors. The company is heavily dependent on major customers for a great part of its revenue, and if it loses a couple of these customers, it could be in a bad position. On the other hand, its major competitors are in very similar conditions. Another X factor is government expenditures on healthcare, such as Medicare, which can bring upside and downside surprises. Other uncontrollable factors that face McKesson are the inflationary pressures they could face with brand names or deflationary pressures with generic brands. Yet the trend has been ever-increasing health expenses, and as a distributor, McKesson is in a good place to attain this revenue. Finally, in a risky market, healthcare is said to be a good defensive play. And that concludes this Markets.com company profile of McKesson Corporation. I'm your host, Luisana Suegart. Thank you for joining us.